बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा.
Okay, so the next thing we'll try to see the VLSM examples with respect to designs. Like previously, we have seen the calculations in the VLSM, and we divided the ranges, and we said that the range 1 we can allocate for this one, range 2 for this, range 3 for this, based on the random rough ranges we have taken, and we have calculated with the VLSM as well as FLSM. So let us go with the VLSM example with a design point of view. Let's take an example here. Design point of view, let's say you got two different LANs, or maybe in your company you got two branches. So this is, let's say, main branch or branch A and branch B. And in these branches, again, we got two networks. Like this is one network which is connected here. Maybe you can say accounts department, and there's another network. So generally we call it as VLAN. We'll be seeing more VLANs concepts when we get into the switching concepts. So just assume this is another department, marketing, let's say. And in the branch B, again, we got another LAN, one LAN and two LANs, basically, in the same location, two different subnets, or you can say two different departments, let's say. So maybe this is HR and this is the IT department. Now, in each and every department, we got some requirement of the host. Like if you see the requirements here we require 12 hosts, because in this department we have only 12 devices connected, and here we have 10 hosts, and here we have 6 hosts, and here we have 25 hosts. So if you remember the first example we did with the C class, it's the same thing. So we are just trying to apply the same in terms of designing point of view. Once you are good with the calculations, then how exactly we go with the IP addressing. So when we decide the IP addressing, so the first thing we need to decide what is the actual block of addresses you will be using. So that's the first thing we decide. So whether you want to use A class, B class, C class, private address, public address given to you. So basically you have to decide that. So in our case, it is your private IP, which is assigned to our internal host. So we can use any of the IP addressing as per our requirement. And once we do that, so as per this example here, I decided to go with a C class example with 192.168.10. subnet. So 10. means this is like a common subnet. Default, as I said, the default size supports 256 addresses, and I want this 256 to divide into small subnets as per my requirement. Now if you figure out the requirement here, the requirement is 25, 12, 10 and 6. So 25, 12, 10 and 6 here. So as per this requirement, so the possible sizes, so we'll go with the possible sizes is going to be 32, and here it's going to be 16 to the power of 4, and here also it will be 16, and here it will be 8. So these are the possible sizes we can go with. And with respect to, the subnet mask, to the power of how much? 5, to the power of 4, to the power of 4, to the power of 3 here. So based on this, again, you can calculate the slash values. Like here, the slash value will be from 32. If you subtract 5, 32 minus 5, it's slash 27. And here slash 28, slash 28, and this is slash 29. So these are the respective subnet masks we calculated and the possible sizes. So same thing, I'm just writing the rough steps here. And these are the subnet mask or the total network bits. So the possible size and this one. So now we need to decide the address ranges. Now we can allocate any address range to anywhere. So generally we go with the higher requirement first. So like what I'm doing is I'm trying to allocate the addresses starting from, now if you divide these address ranges, if you write the range is going to be 0.0 or 10.0, like 192.168.10. The range, the group of 32 addresses, how we write. So 32 addresses, we write from 0 to 31, right? 0 to 31 with a slash value of, what is the first one? Slash value of 27. So 0 to 31 is allocated for this department, so the first department. And the next department, we have addresses starting from 32. 32 to, what is the next possible size? 16. So 32 plus 16, how much? So it's going to be 48. Which means this address will end on, sorry, not 0. So this is 10.32. So this is, let me write down here. So this is, let me write directly here. So I'm going to allocate the addresses from 10.0 to 10.0 means, so 10.31. This will be allocated to this department. You can see here 10.0 is a network ID with the slash value 27. So I'm writing the range here. And you can see the IP addresses here as per this one, 10. So here I'm allocating, anyway, I have the presentation here. You can see I'm going to allocate the 10.0 to 10.31 group of 32 addresses will be allocated to this department here. And you can see the IP addressing here, it is 10.0 we cannot use. We can use 10.1. So 10.1 I'm using for my router, the gateway. And maybe 10.2 here, 10.3 here, 4, 5, 6, like that. I can go up to 30. 31 is a broadcast ID. So maximum I can connect up to 30 devices in this particular subnet. Which means now this is allocated based on this range. Now the next requirement is 16. So we'll go with any one of this. So probably this one. So as per this diagram, I'm just following the diagram, but you can either allocate here or here. It's up to you generally. So 10.32. So group of 32. What is the next range? This is a group of 16 bits. So 16 bits means from 10.32 to 10.47 with slash 28. So we are allocating this for this department. So same thing here, 10.32 to 10.47 for this department. And we are assigning the IPs from 33. You can see 33, 34, 35, of course 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 till 46. 46 we can assign because 47 is a broadcast ID. Now if you go with the next requirement, so this is done, this is done. So next requirement here. So next range will start from 10.48. So we are allocating this from 10.48 to 10. Means 10 means the first three portions can be anything. I'm just assuming the first three portions are this. Okay, so just assume like this. So I'll write only the last number. So from 48 till 48 plus 16, right? That is the size of the network. What is the size of network? 16. So 48 plus 16 is going to be 64. So this will end on 63. So we'll be allocating the addresses from 49 because 48 is a network ID we cannot use. So the address allocated is 49, 50, 51, 52 up to 62. So that is a range which we are allocating for this department. The third one is the third one. So I'll write the numbers here. So first, second, third. And then for the fourth department, we have a requirement of 6. So the possible size is going to be 8. So which means the next range will be 64. Starting from 64, group of 8 bits. 64 plus 8 is 72, which means this will end on 71 with slash 29. So we're allocating the addresses from 65. 64 we cannot use because network ID. 64, 65, 66, 67 up to 70 we can allocate. So this is being allocated for the fourth department. So this is one example to understand how the subnets will be allocated. So depending upon the network requirements. So basically in the production scenarios, when you see the IP addressing, basically this is how they're allocated. So whenever you see the address of any of the device, let's say this device 192.168.10.67 is the IP address of this device. And if you see the subnet mask of, let's say slash 29, you have to understand that this is 29 host bits. So this is 29 network bits, sorry, which means host bits how many? 3, and the size is 8. Right, 2 to the power of 3 is 8 is the possible size. So which means a group of 8 bits. So it's going to just assume that group of 8 bits will be my network. So it's going to assume like this. So the nearest address, nearest multiple of 8 is, what is the nearest multiple of 8? 86, 85 is 40, 86, 48, so multiples of 8, and then 54, 56, and then 64, and then what is the next? 72. So as per this range, 67 comes in between these two ranges. So it will just assume that this is my range and is not even bothered whether the other sizes maybe 8, may not be 8. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So it is only, it will see only this range is my network, where 64 is my network ID and 71 is my broadcast ID. It belongs to this subnet. Because the other subnets maybe the 8 size, or maybe 16, maybe 32, doesn't matter. Okay, so basically when you assign the IP to device, the device doesn't even know whether it is FLSM or VLSM. It just thinks it's a part of this subnet with this size, and this is the range. So the networking devices automatically understand all these calculations. So it is something we need to understand these things. So once we do some examples, probably you'll get a more clear understanding on this. So similar way, you can try one more example if you want. Okay, so /30, there's one more thing I missed out here. So even you need to have an IP address on the router interfaces. We'll see this when we get into the classes. So basically you need one IP here, which means 2 host IPs. So the requirement is 2. So the nearest possible size is 4, because 2 power, I cannot take this value because anyway you have to subtract 2. So the smallest possible size will be 4. So when we do subnetting, the smallest possible size will be 4 to the power of 2, which means out of this next addresses, so the next addresses will be from 72 to 75. This is group of 4 addresses, and in these 4 addresses I cannot use the first and the last. So 72 is my network ID and 75 is my broadcast ID. So whatever the middle addresses like 73 and 74, so we are assigning 73 74 with /30. Now /30 represents the subnet with only 2 host bits, and the size is 4 and only 2 usable IPs. So for most of the interfaces, point-to-point interfaces, generally router-to-router connections, we just need only 2 IPs. So basically we'll be using /30 most of the point-to-point connections in the production scenarios.